Nation Broadcasting. Listen.
Are you looking for where to get the most quality and affordable furniture in Nigeria? Then look no further because Chooks Interiors is your solution. From sofas to dining sets, tables, center rugs, you name it, we have got you covered. Check out any of our showrooms at Airport Road in Ikeja, Festac, or Alaba International Market. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Chooks_interiors. That is at CHUKS_interiors. Call or send us a WhatsApp message on 0808 017 1229. That's 0808 017 1229. And we would love to hear from you. We are Chooks Interiors and we offer quality for every budget.
You're listening to Elegbete TV and Radio.
All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elevator TV Radio. My name is Indafi Matthias. I'm going to love to come to the Elevator on the Sports. I've not had to sleep. That's why my eyes are red. So nobody beat me, nobody slapped me. It's just the fact that I've not had to sleep. Yeah, yesterday was Ali Baba's birthday, and immediately after the show, we were there and upset till 1 a.m. Drove back to the house. Just couldn't sleep. So many information sometimes can just make a man not to be able to sleep. I always tell myself that I have the ability to sleep like a baby, yikes. But that's a wrong statement because babies don't really sleep. Babies, if you've had babies, it's when you don't have babies, say I want to sleep like a baby. Babies, if you have babies. Babies, so I'm not talking of toddlers or young, children. I'm talking of babies that don't sleep. But then I slept like a drunkard. I used to sleep like a drunkard. I think that's a better phrase for it, okay? But maybe the word drunkard doesn't fit because somebody like me that doesn't taste alcohol doesn't go well, but I normally sleep. But last night I came back, I just couldn't sleep. I was up until quarter to 3, and then I think I dozed off, and then again school runs, everything. I had to wake up pretty early again around 5:30, and here I am now. We've got a show to do, so let's talk about football, all the football in headlines, everything that's happening in the beautiful world of football. If you're watching this, please click on the like button. If you've not subscribed, do want to subscribe to the channel. My name is Sebastian Matthias. I'm going to love to come in the Elevator on the Sports. There's a whole lot to talk about. Yes, Gary Southgate and Carolina Lineker, they are having a war of words. England have not lost a game. They've won one, draw one. They play Slovenia tonight, 8 p.m. But it seems like they're just some hours to grind by the former teammate. I don't know, but they're just some hours to grind. That is getting bad. And then from the rumors that we get, first it was Bobby Kugwe who told me that word on the street says that there's going to be only one changes, and Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to be sacrificed for Conor Gallagher. And listen, you remember that time when I told you that I don't like a player that plays in multiple positions? Yeah, choose a position that you plays and everything will be fine. The thing with being a utility player, I say the NEPA B. The thing with being a utility player is that when the team is doing well, oh God, you get the praise like, oh man, you walk like a workhorse, you do everything. When the team is doing badly, there's always going to come a time where everybody is saved and they say, oh, you're not in your natural habitat. That's the reason why the team is doing the way they're doing, and you gotta go. And then when you go and somebody comes in and the team does better, okay, your time in that position is gone. So you gotta be able to play in a position. I remember when I was a Sweden coach asked me to go play right full back. I said, Coach, I'm not a right full back. I started my career as a right full back, youth football, right full back, and then I moved into number 7 position outside right, and I find my mojo. And I know that if you play boy warrior, you know that all those boys can be very mesmerizing. They can be very torturous with their runs and their dribbles and their movement and everything. And I didn't want that type of thing to happen in the abroad for me. And Actually, the coach, nah, I can't play in that position. I said, no, you have to play it. You have to show yourself that you have the ability to adapt in different positions. I said, coach, if I play there, we'll concede 4 goals. We take 4 in 90 minutes from that position. I can't mark. I get a red card or something. We lose. We suffer. I don't. Okay. And he understood because we did a training match and I kept my word. I butcher one guy straight up. I go shots from where no, Africa man, you can't kill somebody. I deliberately did it. You're like you have to have a sprinkle of evil in you, and when it's called upon, when you're pushed to the wall, tempted to like, okay, tempting to touch, tempting. When you're tempted by somebody else, dare you like you can. I know you're just joking. Then you show them that you can really. Evil is in your family bloodline, and you can spill it like breast, laxative breast. You can just press it, and then to come out. You understand that kind of thing? Women, breastfeeding mothers will understand what I just said now. So you sprinkle that evil there, and then everybody rests. But Trent Alexander-Arnold, one of the best right full back in the modern England game. Went from there and say, okay, I want to be playing like Andre Pello. Do you have the skill set of Andre Pello? Do you have the mastery, the craft, the calm, the guile of, oh Jesus Christ. I mean, mentioning Andre Pello and Trent Alexander-Arnold in the same sentence is sacrilegious. Is very, very sacrilegious. It's like comparing Thanos, the villain, with another villain in one movie, like the guy in Simon Says, for instance. You see Simon Says, I mean, you guys have seen that movie, Die Hard 1, Die Hard 2, like I already, Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. You know that, John, the movie that brought, what's his name now? Bruce Willis. Oh God, that man have dementia. It's my shadow hero. Comparing Simon Says, for instance, that bad guy to Thanos. Thanos are like that raptured the world, that turn everybody to dust like this, just like this, with the Infinity Stones. You want to compare with Simon Says that the final locate and bump to Skibidi. That's one that I say. What's Skibidi? And it's not a Skibidi. I don't know what Skibidi is. I'm just using it anyway. Okay, let's come back to football talk. Talking a whole lot, blabbing around the whole lot. When you don't sleep, your brain doesn't function well. I don't know if it happens to other people, but it happens to me. So I know when I don't sleep well, my brain doesn't work well. So today you guys are going to have a dysfunctional show, but we will still have a show. That's for sure. Yesterday I met a lot of old friends. Big up to Mungadinka, one of the earliest friends that I made in this town. That man Jafestra. And the host of others, Larry J. Larry J is funny, Sha. God, Larry J. Is funny. A host of friends, it was good to be there. And you're just drinking water, and everybody's drinking all the alcohol, and you're just looking like, okay. And now I'm high on water, Sha. I'm floating on water. Because you can't be high on water, you're floating on water. But let's come back to football. Let's talk about football. So it's a war of word between Gary Southgate, his BBC crew, his Alan Shearer, tiny bit of the Joker, Michael Richards, and Gary Southgate. And yesterday we saw the response from English players, Declan Rice and Harry Kane, who reminded them that you guys played in this team, nothing you achieved. So what is the big deal? Why you guys forming like you guys were James Bond in your days? Like you guys were so special. You guys won this or won that. You guys didn't win anything. You guys are nothing. Please let me hear what, okay? And then Gary Southgate came out in the press conference. I thought that he shouldn't even address that, but hey, I'm not going to tell him. Everybody have their way of doing things, and he said he's not hearing anything. That he's deaf and dumb to those kind of comments, so he's not even interested in what they're saying. But from the way you look at it, so like if you look at the selection that they're planning to bring out against Slovenia today, you tell yourself that he actually is listening, because everybody's been throwing that at Trent Alexander-Arnold that's in the wrong position. Even Phil Foden is in the wrong position. Everybody's trying to help the coach make the selection, even though some England fans are asking people, are you the manager? Let the manager do his job. This is the problem that you guys always create, with the national team. Stop it. All right. And then I throw this question to you guys. If you're Gary Southgate, right? How would you select your England team? What's the best thing from the squad that you took to the Euro? What's the best starting 11 that England can put out there that will play, and what position you put there? It's not just to put at the starting level, but what position are they supposed to play that will make the team go well? That's one of the questions that percolated in my head this morning as I woke up. So you guys are going to help me answer that question as we go, and then there's a whole lot of transfer talk, but Joshua Zirkzee seems to be on top of that conversation this morning, and the story is that Manchester United are willing and ready to activate his buyout clause under £40 million. And there's also the talk that Arsenal is interested in the player, but I don't know if Arsenal are really interested in the player. There's a lot of players that we hear that Arsenal are interested in, but my question here is, if you're Joshua Zirkzee, where would you rather want to play? What team would you rather want to play for? Where would you want to go in this whole drama of I love this club, I love that club, I don't love that club, or I don't love this club? Where would you want to play for? Where would you want to play? What team would you want to play for right now as it stands? Where's your heart? Where's your heart is? Where's your heart at? Where's your heart is? Where's your heart going? What is your heart? The small boy in you, like Robin Van Persie, what is it telling you? What is it advising you to do? Right now, that's the question that is running. What club is best for Joshua Zirkzee right now as we stand? Okay, now that we are as we are here now, what club is best for Joshua Zirkzee? What club do you think is good? Because this is how the little boy in Mikhailo Modric was telling Mikhailo Modric to go to Arsenal, but the money grabbers at Shakhtar Donetsk said, okay, no, we have to go to Chelsea because the payment is better frame and better design, better organized. And then the man went, and we saw what happened at the end of the day. So I want to know, if you are advising brother man, where would you advise him to go to? What would be the ideal club between Manchester United and Chelsea? And there's a few other clubs who are also interested, Liverpool, and the rest of them. Where would you tell him to go to? That's the question that I have for you. If you're there, I am here. Put it in the comment section. We'll talk about it. And then there's a whole lot of transfer conversation that we need to visit, and we'll see how it goes one step at a time, one name at a time. There's a whole lot to talk about. And people still asking me questions. What do you think should be done to Victor Osimhen? I mean, when I go out these days, some people think that me and Victor Osimhen we live in the same house. I don't know. Some people think that we are roomies. I mean, I don't know if it is my fault. Did I ever do anything to portray the fact that I am Victor Osimhen's guardian, or like his elder brother or his manager? Because you might not know. You might not know when you're doing something and you think, okay, everything is okay, but you've done something that puts the idea in people's head that you're truly the person, to the go-to person for this player. Because I mean, yesterday I was at some point I was just like, come on, this is I don't own him. It's not my I'm not his elder brother or his manager or anything of the sort. So I don't know why I am being asked this question, and the way they ask it directly, like I put it to you, that you are supposed to do better. No, not me. I mean, somebody come out in public and tell everybody nobody should advise him, and I don't know why you guys still think that I should be the one that would advise him. Like, I mean, this guy came out and told everyone nobody should advise me, nobody should tell me anything. That I would do. I'm a grown ass man. Those were his words. I'm a grown ass man. I would do anything that I want to do. After all, you don't have any right to tell me what to do. So why should I be the one that everybody's not calling and asking questions? That, hey, why do? No, I don't think I'm in position to do that. But if I ever painted a picture or deceive anybody and give anybody the feeling that I'm in control of how Osimhen lives his life, I take this opportunity to apologize and say I am sorry. Well, let's go back to proper football talk and transfer gist gist and stories making the headlines. Italy scored a late goal yesterday to qualify for the next round of the Euros, so they're still in the competition. Croatia, they've crashed out. Croatia have crashed out of the tournament. I expected more from them anyway. Not like they are a great team at the moment, but that equalizer by Italy ended it all. Spain, I was expecting them to give pain to Albania, but it didn't happen like that. Spain are looking all possession based, fantastic running, but they're not scoring as much goals as I expected, so that's becoming a problem. Colombia, yesterday won against Paraguay 2-1. Earlier on, Uruguay had already beaten Panama by a goal to nothing. Everybody that is big name were winning in the Euros until he got to Brazil against Costa Rica, and somehow Brazil couldn't find a win this morning. It was 0-0. And then France are going to play tonight against Poland. Netherlands are playing against Austria, and you have Denmark against Serbia, England against Slovenia. It wouldn't be a bad idea if you guys can predict. Tell me what you think the scoreline. This is not for betting people, please. This is just for the fun of it. Predict who you think would win. What would be the scoreline? It wouldn't be a bad idea to add a little bit of fun to the show this morning. But if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do to subscribe to the channel as well. Help us to grow. And if you've not clicked on the like button, what are you waiting for? I don't know. Please click on the like buttons. And if you have a comment, please, this is the best time for you to put out a comment on the comment section. Seems like it's only Jerry Sampson that is commenting today, or probably I am not seeing properly, or the internet again is happening, but it doesn't look like that on this side like yesterday. But let me check. There's another way that I can know that there are comments, but for now it's just only one comment that I am seeing, and maybe I'm the one who's not looking properly. Let me see if there's comment on another screen. Okay, there's only one comment, so I am fine. So we can take it one step at a time and see. Okay, Bukashayan have joined in the comment. Akibola Larry have joined in the comment. Maiwa Michael have joined in the comment. I don't know why am I do like push and start. Where was I supposed to be saying all these things before you guys joining on the comment? Well, let's look at all the stories that we got, the transfer gist and all the rumors. Let's start with Manchester United. Manchester United are expected to meet the 40 million euros, which is 33.9 or 34 million pounds release clause for Bologna's Netherlands forward Joshua Zirkzee, 23 years of age, and I've also had talks with Lille over a deal for 18-year-old France defender, under 21 defender Lenny Euro. Fit for you if you go to Man United anyway. You want to go to the Devil's House to go and eat poison chalice. Well, I don't know, or drink of the cup of poison chalice. I don't know. United are hoping to fund the signing of Zirkzee by selling 22-year-old English forward Mason Greenwood, and hope that the deal can be struck fast, and it will even be better if they are allowed to make exchanges. But then there is also it's all these transfers, all these deals are subject to the player agreeing that this is where I want to go, because from the players' camp there's the rumor that is more favorably disposed to go to Arsenal because they play in the Champions League. Wow, Champions League can be a very big swing factor. But Arsenal seem to be very, very slow. They are driving the locomotive train this time around, and there's no Shakol available for this locomotive train. Last 2, 3, or 4 transfer windows, Arsenal were very swift and active and functional, but all of a sudden it seems to be very, very slow. It's giving you a St. Wenger this vibe and all that, but we shall see at the end of the day. Everton expect Man United to make another bid for 21-year-old England defender Gerard Braithwaite. That means that Everton wants to sell him. This will not put Manchester United in a position where they are not going to go all out for the 70 million. They'll tell you, okay, yes, we know that you're desperate, and June is your cutoff mark. You really want to sell this player in June. Everton are also close to agreeing a deal to sign 24-year-old Senegal forward Iliman Ndiaye from Marseille. Manchester United hope to agree a new contract with manager Erik ten Hag before the start of their pre-season tour of the United States next month. Okay, former Manchester United striker Ruud van Nistelrooy, 47, has had positive talks about returning to the club as part of Ten Hag coaching staff. Really? Seriously? That's something that's going to go wrong. Why do I feel like something is going to go wrong there? The captain can never lead the ship. If you need a woman, raise up your hand. If you need a woman, raise up your hand. Raise it up, la 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 la. You remember that song? Okay, that's a line there. The captain can never lead the ship. That is something that's, I look forward to saying it anyway, but I don't think it's going to work. Spain forward Roselu 34 is close to leaving Real Madrid after receiving an offer from Qatari club Al Garafa. Times have changed. I wonder whether European players would ever go play in places like Saudi Arabia and Qatar. But I was wrong. I never thought I would live to see such moment. I thought it was reserved for Brazilian and African players who need money so much desperately. But I was wrong, man. Times have changed. Those places that are a security threat to the world have become the safest heaven for everybody now. Times have changed. One day, that's how Nigeria will also change too. Chelsea have opened talks with Barcelona over a deal for 18-year-old Spanish forward Mark Gui. That name is always very funny when I see it. Okay, the Blues lead Bayern Munich in the race to sign Gui. Well, Gui, you can go to Chelsea if you want to kill your career. You can go there and die. But Bayern already have the kind of players that they need. They have the one that Chelsea was trying to get that they couldn't get. Talking about Michael Olise and Leroy Sané have a whole lot in common. They can play very well. They're very fast. They can score free kicks. They can score goals. They can assist. But they have disgusting attitude. They just have this mean demeanor and some very cold mood swing that doesn't really fit into a team sports kind of circle. But hey, we've seen Dennis Beckham be like that and play successfully. So why not? Anybody can do that. Spanish goalkeeper Adrian, 37, is finalizing a move to La Liga club Real Betis after rejecting the chance to extend his stay at Liverpool. I'm done. We're sitting on the bench. Come on, what's wrong with you? I sat on the bench under it showing the German guitarist young club. This Uberaja that is coming now. I want to come and also continue to be money. But no, I'm leaving. I'm not interested. Let them play with their Brazilian pastor. I'm not interested in the signs and wonders and the miracles anymore. I'm going. I'm leaving. No, you're playing. But I'm not that interested in Leeds United 18-year-old. What's all these 18 years underage football business these days? So you guys are giving me pedophile vibes. What's wrong with you people? Sign better players that would come in immediately and begin to play football. Which of all the 18 years old, 16-year-old, 14-year-old? What's wrong with you people? Are you kidnapping people's children? Well, Borussia Dortmund are interested in Leeds United 18-year-old under 21. England under 21 midfielder Archie Gray, 18-year-old. You don't wish to go carry the burden of all this professional football. I signed before I was 18. Arsenal will carry out a medical assessment of Wolves Pedro Neto, 24, before deciding whether to make a bid for the Portugal winger or not. So we have to go and do tests. We have to go and swear in Ayelala Shrine whether you are good or you're not good. Okay, back in the day, they said before we marry your daughter, we have to go and swear if she's a virgin or not. If she's not a virgin, marriage is not going to work. Okay, you know that at that time. I don't know if you were alive in that time, but there was one time where that thing was happening. Okay, Tottenham have begun talks with the representative of Leeds, 24-year-old Canadian forward Jonathan David, who is also linked with a move to Chelsea. Come on, why is that the player that Tottenham really wants to buy? Well, who cares about Tottenham and their suffering? Ghana's Mohamed Kudus, 23, has been linked with a move away from West Ham, but the club are yet to receive any offer for the attacking midfielder. Well, they say whatever you speak into the universe is what will happen. Remember when West Ham came out that they are afraid that Mohamed Kudus might decide to leave the club. Well, as I speak it from your mouth to God's ears or to the ears of the universe, and the universe is now operating. And their fear, like Job will say, what I fear the most have happened to me. Their fears is beginning to come into reality. It's the laws of attraction. The laws of attraction makes it so that whatever it is you worry about so much comes to you. But I've been worrying about $100 billion for a while now. Like I've been worried, I've been afraid of $100 billion. I've not seen it. Oh, the law does not attract money. People who wrote The Secret, the law of attraction, please tell me, if I worry about money, do I get it? I've been worrying about 100 million subscribers on my YouTube channel as well. I'm still stuck in 15. Even the people that are viewing right now say they're not interested in clicking on the subscribe button or the notification button. Nobody is clicking it. Everybody is just let me watch this guy and get out of here. But people don't even click the like button. No, so I'm worried. What's really this law of attraction? Does it really work? Well, I know it works because I've seen some things work, but I mean, maybe it work for smaller things, not big things. A big thing, Jesus do for me. You remember that song, right? Okay, so let's come back. In my house. Okay, and should I read this Napoli story now? I made a promise that anything I have with Osimhen in it, I'm going to stay away from it. But hey, it's news. The audience needs it. This is not for me. The audience needs it, so I should touch it, right? Napoli will consider offers in the region addition of 100 million euros, which is 85 million pounds for 25-year-old Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen, with Chelsea's 31-year-old Belgian striker Romelu Lukaku a potential replacement. So, what if Chelsea say, you know what, 100 million, Lukaku is 30 million, we give you 70 million euros, and then we take Victor Osimhen, we give you Lukaku, no extra addition, no clauses, nothing. It's a good deal. Guys, what do you think? Is that a good deal? I think it would be nice. Let him go to Chelsea. Let him go to Chelsea. All those drama, he likes drama. Chelsea will provide him opportunity for a lot of drama. We'll see how it goes. You know how Chelsea fans will go from loving him, desiring him, to hating him in a very short time if you put up all those nonsense for your behavior. Well, Aston Villa have joined Chelsea in the race to sign Offenheim's 21-year-old German forward Maximilian Bayer. He's a good player, so that's a good one, but we need some time to grow. So if you're not a patient club, if you want a player that will come and hit the ground running immediately, don't sign him. The Premier League has one clubs that selling players to and from each other in order to comply with financial rules could breach regulations about acting in good faith. I don't understand why is the Premiership such in a hurry. Are they such in a hurry to be deducting points from people, to like go back into the Stone Age, that everything that happens in football now they want to complain? Come on, what's wrong with you? Clubs have been selling players to each other since forever. What would you rather they do? They fall guilty of financial fair play and they get point deducted and they get relegated, or they find a way? It's like you don't want them to find a way out of this problem. They just want to create a problem and you want to prove that you are right. I mean, sometimes I'm looking at all of this and I'm like, I don't understand. Well, Chelsea start to leave on loan. One of the players, Afik Gilchrist, is set to leave Chelsea on the season-long loan, according to the Athletic. Gilchrist made 11 Premier League appearances last season under Mauricio Pochettino, but the club thinks he will benefit from gaining experience elsewhere. Italian side Como, yes, the club of Fabregas, who are managed by former Chelsea midfielder Cesc Fabregas, are one of the interested clubs following their promotion to Serie A. Liverpool star Martin attracting interest somewhere else. Liverpool midfielder Tyler Martin is wanted by RB Leipzig this summer after impressing on loan at Hull City. Leipzig, Sevilla, Eintracht Frankfurt, and Feyenoord are among the suitors, with Liverpool valuing him at £20 million according to the Times. Martin wants regular first-team football after loans at Hull City, Blackburn. His future will be decided once he reports for duty under new manager Ani Ubaraja Slot. Arteta is leading the race for Merino's pursuit. In case you don't know who that is, let me tell you who that person is. There's a player somewhere that everybody is running after, but in the race graph, the graph of the race, Arteta is in front, but it's not who is in front in the middle of the race, so he's in front at the end of the race that wins the race. So Mikel Arteta personally called Mikel Merino namesake to sell the idea of joining Arsenal, according to reports in Spain. Merino is race-decided contract expires next summer and it could be available for as little as £21 million. The 28-year-old midfielder is currently busy playing for Spain at the Euro 2024, but has already spoken with Arteta, who is keen to get there before FC Barcelona. Well, if you're in a race with FC Barcelona, you know that you are more sure of getting it done than any other team. Done deal. Okay, Peru joins Real Betis. Southampton defender Romain Perraud has joined Real Betis on a 5-year contract. Perraud made 60 appearances for the Saints, but spent last season on loan at Nice. Writing on Twitter, he said, "It was a huge honor to have fought for the badge during my time here. Always tried to give the best of myself without cheating, despite ups and downs." Let's bring cheating on the matter now. But after all the institutions is above everything, this wonderful club is back where it belongs. You deserve to continue to experience great emotions with the greatest of respect. Thank you for everything. All the best. That's is a farewell message to the club. His goodbye message to the club. Yeah, Mr. Greenwood was the key. I've told you this before, but for emphasis sake, let me reiterate. The sale of Mr. Greenwood holds the key to Manchester United transfer window, with the 22-year-old striker their most valuable asset, who is considered expendable. Greenwood excelled on loan at Getafe last season and is 100% sure to be sold, having been told he has no future at United. A handful of Italian clubs are in interested, and Lazio have made a formal approach, but United will hold out to get their £40 million valuation. That fee is crucial because United can only reach a net spend of around £50 million this summer due to profit and sustainability consideration. Jadon Sancho is another player who could boost their budget, having played well on loan at Borussia Dortmund. So if we can sell those two, maybe, just maybe, they will hit that £100 million. But for now, that's where they stand. Well, Arsenal does not have total control in the player that they want to sign. There are other humans, other clubs that have interest in them, and it's a player that I've always said, if I have my way, I would sign for Arsenal. And Zirkzee, the Guinean player, and Jonathan Davids are two strikers being linked with a move to Arsenal. Zirkzee, 28, is poised to leave Stuttgart after a fantastic season in which he scored 28 goals, 1 goal for each of his years. Yes, Bundesliga goals. He is wanted by Borussia Dortmund and could be available for just £20 million due to his contractual status. Well, there's also the fear that it might just be a one-season wonder. What have we been doing since, all of these years? Now he's 28, and then he came up with that performance. Can he repeat it? So that doesn't end up like another Nicolas Pepe. We're all worried about African players a lot. Jonathan Davis is attracting interest from Saudi Arabia, Al Ali, while Chelsea have also inquired about the £30 million rated Canadian international. Well, I wouldn't want him at Arsenal anyway. That's my own opinion. I don't know. Well, but hey. Don't do. Goalkeeper signs new contract. In case you're not aware, you should know this one. Arsenal have confirmed that third choice goalkeeper Carl Hen has signed a new contract. The Estonian international, who's made one first team appearance on the Gunners. The career of the goalkeeper is a very, very tough one, okay? Was on course to become a free agent at the end of this month, but is choosing to stay by putting pen to paper on the new deal. I'm delighted to extend my contract and continue my journey in this amazing club after 6 years. Hen 22 said, hopefully there will be even more good memories and successes for the club. The length of my contract is unknown. Wow. Oh no, you sign a contract that you don't know the length, right? Is that what you're telling me? Then you get out of this place, okay? Liverpool star wants exit, okay? In case you don't know, Liverpool defender Sepp van der Berg wants to sign for Mainz in Germany permanently after spending last season on loan with the Bundesliga side. Van der Berg, 22, shone in the German top flight last season, making 35 appearances across all competitions as Mainz avoided relegation. Now the Dutchman wants to remain at the club despite having 2 years left on his Liverpool contract. My sporting director Christian Heidel told the German sports magazine Kicker, the only one who has made a decision is Sepp. So the two clubs would have to also make that decision. He definitely wants to say admires. He has said that very clearly in public, and they hope to pursue it. Man United received the boost for Joshua Zirkzee. Manchester United could get a full run at signing Bologna striker Joshua Zirkzee as AC Milan have their eye on another target. The Daily Mail claimed that Milan are interested in hijacking Newcastle move for Everton marksman Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and they go for Calvert-Lewin, they will be out of the race for Joshua Zirkzee. And Arsenal also are for dragging. Not sure if they should spend that money, about £34 million on him. So they're looking at whether if it fits their style of play. Like I asked the question, what do you think it best fits? Okay, United are reportedly preparing to trigger Zirkzee's £34 million release clause, having helped Bologna finish in the Champions League place last season. That's the reason why Bologna now will not go into the Champions League and be beating blue, black, and red, because they can't sustain the act of keeping key players, which is very, very important if you understand what I'm saying. Well, those people living in England, please, as election 24 going, and those people living in America, as the race for your election also going, okay? People say it's time to shine for Foden, Declan Rice, everybody, the England team. It's time for you guys to shine and prove everybody wrong. I don't know if they can, because it does look like they're really not ready to do anything. Remember, the sporting director confirms Liverpool star definitely wants to leave us Anfield. Okay, let me come to you guys now. It's time for me to read your messages, and it's not too many of them, so it means that the show will sign off earlier than anticipated. Jerry Samson Sebros, good morning. If your child become professional footballer and have access to play for European country, Will you take, I thought you asked exactly this question yesterday, and I gave you my answer. Is it that you have run out of ideas of what questions to ask? You can't be repeating the same questions all the time, okay? You asked this question yesterday, and I told you I have three children. I don't have anyone that will play football, okay? Secondly, my children are born in Nigeria. They have Nigerian passport. They will not have to deal with the dilemma of wanting to choose between one country or the other. I've told them from the day one they are Nigerians. They will go school abroad, get all the degree that they need to get. They will come back to Nigeria and help build the country of their birth. I don't want to put my children in a dilemma of confusion where when they shine for one country, they are seen like Bukayo Saka. When he plays well, he's a British man. When he doesn't play well, he's a black man that should go back to Africa. I don't think I want my children to go through those stupid emotions. That's just the basic truth. My children are not. My children are not going to play football. Not from day one. I know that I'm not going to have children that will play football. Football is a game for poor people. I might be broke, but I'm not poor. I don't live in a kind of neighborhood that will make my children even want to play football. No disrespect to anybody. I'm a footballer myself, so but just that's just the basic truth. And stop repeating that question. Akimbola Larry say we are in for a great show today. My Mike says good morning everyone. Good morning to you. Demola Abedi Ibrahim. Okay, I think on Friday your numbers, your account number will be up. Let me look at the calendar so that on Friday night doesn't turn out to be first. So somebody say, you've missed my window. No, I don't do. We made this promise. We are going to keep it. Let me when somebody turn out the course night that figure. Okay. Friday is 28th, so we're good. We're good. Okay, the month ends on Sunday. This month is 30, so you have to be very, very sure. For those of you who are confused about what I'm saying, we all agreed here when Regina suggested that every month we should randomly put one of the community member up for giveaway, and they put their account numbers there, and every one of us contributes. Last time out, it was what's the person that we gave again? Totally money. Yeah, it was totally. And I'm sure. Okay, so some other people who are living in the abroad, are saying, you need to bring me their SWIFT code, their number, their details. And some people say they don't even understand it. So for people like Bobby and the rest of them, I have decided that I would submit my account details to you, my SWIFT code and all that. Some people thought that I'm trying to use it to swipe their account. I told somebody to give me a SWIFT card. It was like, does that mean bros? That sounds like what 419 says. That's okay. I don't know what word under what rock you're living in, but what I'll do is I'll use my account to pick it up and then transfer to whoever the person that is selected is. For those of you in the abroad who also don't use app to transfer money, I don't know how you live in abroad and you don't use app to transfer money. That's unnecessary stress for me. But the one of Brian says for me the best 11 for England is Pickford, Walker, Gray, Stones, Trippier, Rice, Bellingham, Foden, Gordon, Saka, and Kane. Second half, I can change Foden for Palmer. Okay. Just Lemani says I enjoyed the discussion on Saturday with the TN guys. What's TN guys? Oh, okay. On Twitter, the Twitter space, I guess. So many people with different experiences about the league, which the stakeholders could come together to find a way forward for the growth of the league. Say the league will grow. There is one conclusion that I have in my mind that I'm very certain about. The league will grow. It will take some time, but it will definitely grow. And the process is a bit slow. I hate that, but it will eventually grow. Oluwada says because the reason why I say that is that there are a lot of people who have not come to realize that their chances of being successful, especially in this content creation era, their chances of being successful is tied to the league. And there's something I used to tell them that listen, every other industry do not have as much impediment as we are creating for ourselves, and those impediments is a problem. Musicians came in, they find a way to make their industry commercially profitable. The movie people came in, they find a way to make their industry commercially profitable. But then you got to the sports journalists. I mean, I'm talking of the old guard, the terrestrial ones. They couldn't find a way to come together and harmonize their need, their demands for policies and all that you saw how they are dying. That industry is dying gradually. All of the radio stations that you used to love is falling apart. I'm not sure you guys listen to them that much anymore. Now it has also come into content creation. The people that are creating content, from skits to other content, you see how they are growing exponentially. But people that are creating content in sports are not growing because we've not found a way to put content that attract people's attention. We only do content that is negative, and people easily get bored of negativity, right? So, and with time, and then the industry is growing and more people are stepping into it. Because listen, if you're waiting to work in the radio station as a sports analyst, the guys that are there 10 years ago are still there now. The ones that are there 15 years ago are still there. We might not give you space. The ones we're trying to watch, since I came to Lagos, people that have been presenting sports on Channels Television or STV or AIT are still there. So where are you going to go into? But so content creation is where you have the opportunity to be able to fly your kite and fly it with space. Nobody's going to interrupt you and all that. So with time, all of these guys will become a very strong voice and push. Look at what the 3SC Fan TV is doing. Look at what Fan Stripe guys are doing. Look at what a lot of other people are doing. So with time, you would see that a lot of people would find a reason to say this is our source of livelihood. We're not even going to be able to japa. We're not even going to be able to run away. So let us make it work, and that in itself will make it work. The only harbinger or drawbacks that we have is that the clubs are not really working to make the industry work. So they are doing their own. But if content creators, for instance, finds a way to like circumvent the club misgivings and all the nonsense that the clubs are doing, and find a way to grow without getting interrupted or getting disturbed, then you would see the industry explode exponentially, and the numbers will fine. It just for a content creator, sometimes I feel like, okay, the other day I put a throwback video of Fidelis Eleshuku. I mean, he just won the league. You would expect that there be massive engagement on it, and I don't see that. And then again, you see the Ogumadede, explaining Coach Daniel Ogumadede, the coach of Remo Stars, who came second in the league this season, explaining the Ijabol, and the engagement by the audience is slow. I'm convinced that I can always be there to push it, but not too many people can be consistent with pushing it that way. So sometimes it just might be the reason why people say, you know what, I don't want to do again. Because even the audience, the fans, the Nigerian fans are not engaging Nigerian league content when you make it. But that said, I think over time it would work and everybody would figure out how to push it and push it very well. But for now, let's see how it goes, okay? Oluwadare says, good morning, boss. If anyone would talk to Sime, it should be Omar Katuba. The Omar Katuba with Victor Sime block. That looks like the person closest to him from an outside view. I think his ears must be full by now, Seth. Good morning. The two of them don't talk. So forget about that one. Demola Abiodun Ibrahim says Zirkzee should follow his mind, but I think Arsenal is a better option because United already spent a lot of money on Hojlund last season and is likely to be the striker that is the starter for them. Okay. 69 football, he said, I hope our league resumption won't delay like previous times. I'm not sure it will delay. They've not told us when the resumption is, but I'm not sure it will delay. I think GTI are trying their best. It's not perfect yet, but they're trying their best. We need to build on the current attention in the league so it don't lose steam. I agree with you. Jerry Samson said, bros, the reason I was asking that question, YouTube live yesterday was shut down. Okay, sorry, I've answered the question. Oluwadare Show says Friday is my birthday. Okay, happy birthday to you in advance. Let's leave it there. We've already chosen Demola Abiodun Ibrahim. If you are hoping that we're going to take your number and send you money next time, not this Friday. Definitely not this Friday. Oluwaseyi Adebowale says, who is the best team you've watched at the Euros so far? Germany. Straight up Germany, then Spain. And even though they're not scoring many goals, but Spain and Germany, every other team are just there. I mean, there's a single game that is beautiful, the Turkey-Georgia game. But I think the best team in terms of positional personal discipline, transition, ability to hold up play. It's not like they're fantastic. I don't pick them, Germany, as my favorite in the tournament. I think they've come up against a very strong, solid team. They might struggle, but for so far, no team have really done well. It's a sign that the long season is also affecting Euro. When I watch the AFCON does give me more excitement than the Euros, even though the Euro is a lot more tactical than the AFCON. But hey, it's Germany and Spain so far. Tosi Lima, this is looking at the England squad. I would go with a front three of Gordon on the left, Watkins in the middle, and Saka or Palmer on the right. Bellingham behind the three, Gallagher and Rice in front of the back four. That's not a bad idea, That's not a bad idea. Idea. But where's Harry Kane in all of this? Would Harry Kane sit on the bench? Don't say him and they say back four as usual. It's going to be Trippier, Gray, Stones, and Walker. Pickford in goal and Southgate on the bench. Okay. Let me forget the bench. For sit down for that, they looking. All right. Don't say him and they say, by the way, I noticed skit comedian makers they collaborate instead of pulling each other down. Same can be said of the comedy market as well. Yes, but I think in sports, we think our job. Some people just think, and this happened in the older generation, and it's happening now again. In sports, they just this thing that people think. So let me give you some good examples. Some people think that because they are close to somebody like Kule Shoname, is their exclusive reserve. If you are encroaching, they are always looking for maybe something that you have tweeted or you have said before against Remo Stars or Beyond Limit to go and show the chairman. Say, chairman, this person that's coming and close to you, this is because of selfish parochial reasons. Some people think that if they are close to certain players, they don't want other people to be close to the players. And all of those things is what's killing the industry. Because, let me be very honest with you. If a player is open to you, and I remember when we started this, myself, Omar, Tian, Kalajai, this agenda on Osimhen, to grow Osimhen, was my idea. It was my idea, QED. And I really owe Omar on it because he lives in Europe. I will share idea a lot. You see, Omar is a whole lot brilliant too, but people just always see for some of the controversial things that he puts out. I will start talking and say, let's work this together. Let's work this rope together. I kind of like the boy Osimhen, let's be very honest. But, I started seeing how he was selling out people who have stood up for him. Some didn't do well. So it's not all Osimhen's fault. Some people didn't do well. But we were just obsessed about the fact that there's no Nigerian superstar player. Ojo was the guy that we wanted to use, but we came up in the scene at the time where he was already running down his career. Ojo would have been the real poster boy because Ojo is very matured, very sensible, very reasonable, responsible human being, right? So we thought, okay, let's make the experiment with this guy. This guy just won the under-17 highest goal scorer, went to Wolfsburg, 3.7 million, the biggest transfer out of Nigeria ever in the history of this country. Let's make something out of it. Let's not just make him just go like that. And then he got injured, and then he went to Charleroi, from Charleroi to Lille. And it's okay, now that this boy is going to Napoli, it's going to cost you a whole lot traveling from Germany to Napoli all the time, but let's do something. And it was that balls that the Napolitans also capped on, and then he was performing on the field, okay? And the rest, as I say, is history. But I think people get high on their own supply. And it started being this guy that he is. And you just have to, take a step back because, again, you can't say because you work to promote a player, then you want to own the player. No, I've always said to myself, no matter how close you are to a player, like Ojo would say, you don't even come to the house. People who are not close to me come around. I said, you don't come my house. You just had to stay on that bridge. If you don't come my house, why should I be come? I don't understand. What did you feel like? You be Oba and Palace. We joke about it. And he laughed like, oh, bro, it's not so. Basically, you have to understand that relationship should be symbiotic. It should be two-way traffic. If I'm making a lot of sacrifice, first off, your budget is this big. My budget is this small. If I'm making a lot of sacrifice with this small budget, I also have to attend to my children's school fees, my health issues, travel, logistics, my staff, my crew, and all that, and I'm committing a chunk of it to making you look good. And this whole idea by Nigerians that when you're pushing a player, it means that the player is giving you money. I lie, you. That big lie. Nigerian players don't give anybody money unless you be girl, unless you get Panyo and breast. Forget about it. Don't let anybody deceive you. You see these journalists that are working, let me tell you for free that they are working their socks off, spending their money, selling their things, using whatever they get, but definitely nothing is coming from players to get to where they get to. Okay. So when you do all that and then you see the players still shitting you, treating you like shit, and there's a point where you get to, you're like, no, I'm not interested. I'm going to move on. And then when you move on to somebody else, and then they start they start acting jealous, they start blocking you, they start giving you attitude, you're like, what's wrong with this idiot? Do I look like I was your staff or your girlfriend or your gay partner? So sometimes these players, that's what they do. Well, you just have to do your job. And then again, the industry is filled with people who think collaboration means that some people just don't have sense. Let's put it that way. But we will grow. Let's say if Trent can't start at the right back, then he shouldn't even play at all. Olafat say, boss, good morning. What's these rumors of the former Harvey taking over as the Super Eagles coach? We will feel pain. Not the former. The way you sounded, former what? When Harvey Renard, is that not the person you're trying to talk about? We go feel pain. We get money. Who want pain? Gusto want pain from the pocket. Gusto get money. It's a rumor. I like the fact that you say it's rumor. Secondly, the Brazilian team and Super Eagles are this. Shut up. They are not the same. Stop. People blame the managers, but the players are the problem. No, they are not the same. They are better than the Nigerian team. I looked at the Brazilian team yesterday and I shook my head. Vini, Marquinhos, Alisson are probably the only world-class players in the whole team. They have fallen off really bad. But then it's not the same with the Super Eagles. Super Eagles is worse. The Super Eagles team is crap. I mean, you don't understand, but the Super Eagles team is as crap, as shitty as they come. We don't have even, you still can't about a handful of world-class players in the Brazilian team, right? There's none in the Nigerian team. The player that everybody knows world-class, it's not there. You know how when Lineker scored a hat-trick at the finals of the Europa Cup, everybody says he should be African Footballer of the Year. Then he played 2 games in the World Cup qualifiers, and in the stadium, I was already hearing people saying, this Yaya player, maybe not even nominate him. I said, okay, look at Nigeria. Look at Nigeria. All of a sudden, I don't change in a tune, just now. I don't change in a tune. So something that I don't want to believe that they are the same. The difference in those players are not the same. The Brazilian player that played against Costa Rica and played the goalless draw can bounce back in the next 2 games, and you see them, firing all the way. The last Copa America, they were in the finals. The World Cup has not been really good. They've not been able to build a team that can compete. Like I said before, Europeans are destroying Brazilian football gradually. It's only South America, Argentine football that they are not able to infiltrate. But Europeans are forcing Brazilian players to play without the flair and without the style that they have. They're forcing them to come to Europe pretty earlier than normal and infusing a style of play that doesn't fit them. It's just the same thing like us, going to pick adverse players that are groomed in the European style, and then they come in here. What we use to beat European team is our flair, our ability to wiggle ourselves out of tight situations. They are forcing African players to not play in their style. You cannot beat your master to his game. A game that I introduced to you. That's why we can't beat Americans to democracy. They know how to do it. They know all the loopholes, all the place to maneuver it, and how to, to bend people. But we don't know how. So no matter what we do, their democracy will look good. Our own will always look ugly, because this is copy. The thing with copying is that you will always be the fake version of the original, right? So you have to stick with something that works with you. And our style of play is predicated on speed, flair, the ability to dance to rhythm on the ball and all that. But this is modern. No, not modern football. Play the modern version of your own football. Don't play the modern version of another person's football. I want you to notice that every time we meet a major European team that is strong in any major competition at senior level, we lose. Denmark, we lose. France, we lose. Italy, we lose. Which other countries they knocked us out of World Cup? Every time we meet all these countries that are able to show us that this way they won't play. So now we get it. We own it. I don't know but we own this town. We run this town. Okay, so you can't come and do this thing with us. We always struggle. because they have mastered it over the years. Okay, tactical discipline, positional discipline, they would outdo us. But if we get back into that, okay, let's run, we will outrun them. Let's dribble, we will dribble them because they can't do that. Okay, so it's always kind of like we have to figure out what works for us and use that to our strength. But the only way that can happen is if we grow our league very well and we have our players maturing there. You can't be sending players from academy to Europe and then they are refined, reformed, and changed into something that suits their own agenda for the long run. And then you think that we cannot come here and overcome that kind of persuasive colonialism that they are putting into our system. It's hard. The same thing. Before, Brazilian players go to Europe in their 20s. Right? Brazilian players find their way to Europe when they are 23, 25. That's when they go to Europe. Now you have 17-year-old Brazilians, 16-year-old Brazilians going for trials in Europe, going to fit into systems that they don't understand. And by the time they get to 20, 22, 23, they have already been told not to play the Brazilian way, that it's not good. Remember Neymar, people frown at Neymar for dribbling opponent, say it's not respectful. I am asking myself, how is it that dribbling an opponent is not respectful, that if they kick him it's his fault? The kicking is his fault, and people jumped on. You know how we, because of how foolish we can be, we jump on that conversation. And Neymar is overdoing it. He's abusing his talent. That's the talent you people saw in Santos and you signed him. That's the talent everybody saw and say he's a world-class player, and everybody hailed him. At what point now do you not say that same talent is no longer good enough? He shouldn't do it, right? So I'm always wondering what people want. Okay, I have a few friends back in the day that I've cut off. They like it when I'm blunt with people. People, do some things to them, and I'm the one who stand up and be blunt. Then they not do something, and I get blunt with them, and then they start getting angry. It's like, what the heck? You like my bluntness when it's not happening to you, but you hate it when it comes against you for doing wrong? No, we can't be friends now. We cannot. We can't be friends. Okay, bluntness is good against other people, but not good to you. Everything cannot be funny when it's not happening to you, but when it's happening to you, you start frowning your face like monkey will lick lamb. It doesn't work that way. So, every country needs to develop its own. That's the theory of Jose Mourinho, and I buy into it. Allowing other country to raise your footballers and then you hope that they will come and play well for you is akin to the idea of letting somebody else raise your children, and then you think that your children will be loyal to you at the end of the day. There's always going to be some discrepancies because the loyalty will be divided, and that's exactly the kind of football that we're getting. And Europeans who are raising their own footballers would always dominate. I'm sorry, they would always dominate, and that's where we're finding ourselves. It used to be two countries from South America, challenging against the established orders of the Europeans. That's Brazil and Argentina. Now it's only Argentina. Even though Argentina, after Messi's gone, I don't know if they can't stand it. And then so Europe will have a free reign at the World Cup, at every competition. Leave that Morocco excitement that they give us. This is not the first time they've been giving us this. They've been giving us this once in every 10 or 15 years tonic. In 1980 something, it was Algeria, and then it was Nigeria in 1994. No, it was Cameroon in 1990, and then Nigeria in 1994. When they thought, okay, they give them too much, Italy knock us out, and then we wait, and then Ghana came in 2010. Oh, everybody said they could have won it, but they didn't win it. And then now it's Morocco. They will take another 20 years again. In that time, Europe will be dominating. There's nothing anybody can do. I'm sorry. They say Europe does not win the World Cup outside of Europe. Europe have won 2 World Cup now outside of Europe. They won one in 2014 in Brazil. They won one in 2010 in South Africa. So the scores are not the same anymore. The last one outside of Europe that they didn't win, Argentina won it. Africa maybe made it all the way to semifinals and everybody's excited. But it's just a basic truth. And it's hard because this conversation is too advanced. It's too technical. People look at it like, oh, that we know you're taking this thing too deep. You're not deep like that. Well, we will see at the end of the day. Well, let's look at the last few comments that came in. Oluwaseyi Adebowale says, I fully agree with you. Young Brazilians are now leaving to Europe at a very young age. The orientation in Europe affects them. Adebowale Oluwaseyi says, with all this funny attitude from Victor Osimhen, I hope he ends up like terrible worse career-wise. I mean, I'm not going to wish him bad. I'm not. I wish him the very, very best, and I hope that he's fine. But, one of the things that a human being does not need to lose is goodwill. Goodwill, goodwill can actually do more for you than talent will do for you. Goodwill makes people love you even when you're down, and you've got to be able to know that you cannot be up at all time. There's going to come a time where, I mean, America have all the money, all the powers, but they have bad goodwill right now. I see everybody's working so hard to wreck them down, and they've realized that, oh no, it's not by bombing them. Okay, we're going to wreck that dollar. When we wreck that dollar, we want to watch. People behind closed door are having conversation and saying we want to watch American children beg for food. That's the conversation. Like, we want them beg for food, like go on the street and be scavenging and be begging the way the guys in Dubai were doing back in the day, the way the Palestinians, the way the Pakistanis and all that are doing. They want to see Americans beg. When people come together, if you read the book Rage of Angels, you understand when people come together to say they want to pull you down, my dear. That's the way they talk. Say if one man cook for community, food will finish. But if community cook for one man, you go shop the labor. So no matter how the community poor rich, I just hope it finds sense very fast. Simon Alpha say, I think Arsenal is better for Zirkzee. Less competition, more supply from playmakers, and less pressure. Also, do you think we need a striker like Zirkzee since he is still eligible to play for Nigeria? No, I don't think we have a striker problem. I think that we have attitudinal problem and also a lack of creative midfield problem. We don't have creativity. As a matter of fact, Nigeria doesn't have midfield because even the midfield that's reliable is fading away already. So there's no midfield for Nigeria, and until we fix that, I can't tell you that Kisemiro is right for the Super Eagles yet. It's still a few years before he comes in, and the entire setup of that midfield is shit. I mean, any coach can work a strategy that will run rings. I will tie rope around that midfield and put them in the back pocket. And once you don't have a midfield, there's no team in the history of football that have succeeded without midfield. You can succeed without attack, you can succeed without a solid defense, but without a good midfield, no team has succeeded, and that's what Nigeria doesn't have. I'm sorry. Oluwaseyi say, I hope Southgate will give our boy Palmer some minutes. It's not my boy, I don't know about him. Obaro Igere says, what is your take on Napoli reducing the price tag of Victor Osimhen? Do you think they want to sell him by all means? Obviously, Victor Osimhen's market value have dropped. That rant, they also, because what it means, that rant means that some coaches are looking at themselves and say, a whole national team coach, you don't take on a national team coach, and then knowing that, okay, now the truth have come out that the coach did say that, you did not use that same energy to come out and apologize. It means that you're stupid. It's as simple as that. Now coaches are like, you know what? I don't think we need this guy. I don't think we need. And Napoli obviously must be hearing the story that's going on. Like, no, we don't need him. This baggage is too much. We don't need this kind of guy. We don't need this kind of guy. So you're not stuck with him. But you're going to pay him. You put him on a very high salary. He's the second highest paid player in the Italian Serie A. So you're looking at that and saying a club like Napoli shouldn't be paying that kind of money, with the hope that it was going to be sold. Now this have happened. He's affected his brand. It's affected his image. Now is down, and then his market value is down. So you're looking at all of that and saying to yourself, well, I do instead of Malu to loss, Mark will cut the tail, because I don't think Napoli really want to have him. And Antonio Conte is a disciplinarian. I don't think it's a ship that it will run and Victor Osimhen will be there. And that's my thinking anyway. Osimhen might decide to change, but it's just the basic truth. If we're going to analyze this thing honestly and look at and say, enough if fear lion shit, but I have to say the truth. I don't think that Osimhen, anybody will put up 130 million to buy Osimhen. I don't think so. I also don't think that anybody would say, Osimhen, come with that good and lovely servant, we want to pay you 400,000 pounds. Nobody is going to pay that money. I'm not. They what is African Footballer of the Year that we deceive ourselves with. Those are words that are given based on the sentiment of people who vote. Okay? No, nobody is going to give him that. So, not only, these are business. When you take business decisions, you look at factors that could mitigate against you and say, you know what? Let's sell the player for what he's worth, not for what we think he's worth. And now this is what the market will be doing. So okay, August ending, September is still very far. You know what? If they can come from 130 now to 100, let's wait. they might come down to 70. They might come down to 80, 70. I mean, we're end of 50. So an African player, why are we even sure that it's 25? Because that's the kind of conversation that will be going on in the boardrooms, in the business suites of the club when they're talking. And then you now have to look at your coaches. You want to work with this kind of player, that video is everywhere. People are analyzing the code, the videos, the viral effect, the traction that video have gotten. You know, if you sign this player now, almost every media will put that video on blast. That's the first thing that would stain, you know, let's say men will stain your white. That's the first thing that would be splashed on us. The ranting, so let's say Barcelona signed Nigerian striker that rants on the coach. Real Madrid, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, and they are building a team that does not need that kind of volatility, that kind of erratic kind of player. You're thinking, so there was a day maybe something just naturally happened. He's going to training and his tire, he had a flat tire, something happened. And the cameraman in the training ground said, "Oh, Victor Osimhen is coming late to training, and we're expecting a rant." You don't want to have that kind of media attention. "Oh, Victor Osimhen got a red card, and we're expecting a rant." People are analyzing. Those are the things that people are analyzing right now. You want to have a player that is rational in your team or a player that is not rational. And I think that Osimhen didn't think about all of these things before he went on that ill-advised stupidity. And you see the thing about life, like you said, nobody should advise him. So nobody is ever going to waste their time. I was telling one player, we were talking, I don't want to mention his name. And I was like, "Well, you don't talk to this guy." And he said to me, "Cinema, why you ask me this kind of question? You know, he not say, wait, not say video. Not send me video. Part of the video where they cut something. What's video? So if you send me, say, Cinema, now your brother. I say, is it my brother? Say, but now your brother, now your guy now. I said, no, it's not my guy. I beg, don't put me down. I know where part to. Don't go naked me for public place. I said, but now your guy, now your Smalley now. I said, no, not my Smalley. Let's be honest. That man is a god unto himself, and he doesn't listen or respect anybody. Where's that video game? Oh, these players will they chat too long. The chat they too plenty, so sometimes person can't find it anymore. Yeah. It's not fair. I'm just trying to see the video that I'm looking for. It's not there. I saw we don't talk plenty talk. Guys, more nervous. I not see the video again. I know so. I'm okay. Let's leave it like that. I thought to stay here, bro. I can't find it. I said, did you see? You don't see where it doesn't make anybody no advice. I'm saying be grown ass man. Nobody not tell her what to do with your life. So, you know, we're in that place. So I think his market value will drop. Will he get a club to play for? Obviously, have a contract with Napoli. If he doesn't move this window, he will still play for Napoli. And if the coach comes in, let's say, Conte comes in, let's be very, very straight. If Conte gets his man, Lukaku, Conte will make Lukaku his lead striker and put him on the bench. So the thing is, you cannot be so good that you cannot be dispensable. Especially if, even when you're good, you're decent, you're perfect, people still throw that at you. You know, people still criticize Messi, people criticize Cristiano Ronaldo. These are players that nobody should even be able to criticize because there are no standards that they've not beaten, that's not broken. But people still criticize them, and you never play World Cup, you never get impact for African Cup of Nations. There is no really major impact apart from winning the league with Napoli, and then you think, my dear, The road far. 69 football say, how about Gift Urban? What's the issue with him? I think it's that injury that just slowed him down. I don't know what happened thereafter. I'm going to ask Ata. Ata is his agent, the same agent with Ojo Igalo. I'm going to talk to Ata. I know what's going on. I tried to interview him one time, and then because he dropped him from the national team and he was angry, so we didn't talk. Or because, he wanted to, but I told Ata that, look, if this guy talk now, he will talk something we say he will regret. I don't want to put, he will give me viral views, but I don't want to be responsible for destroying somebody's image or somebody's career. So we just call it off. And since then, we've not really spoken. Oluwaseyi say, make us go try with Antonio Conte. You know of it. You go know say some coach again, Chris. Conte have court following. Tries have not sense with Antonio Conte. Not be Conte go handle around. People did for that Italy way go handle. Christian Anamese says, goody boss, I am happy you are speaking the entire truth the way it is about Osimhen. You need to grow up and act like a professional. Obarigere says, seems Victor Osimhen is gradually becoming Mario Balotelli. No, Mario Balotelli is better. Mario Balotelli is not this senseless. Let's be very honest. Fizzy said the fact that he cost out the entire country finished talk from me. You need to understand deep Yoruba language to fully get to know the actual meaning of those words. It's pathetic. I know they understand Yoruba, but even I don't need. See, bro, I don't even need to understand Yoruba. What he did, you know the funny thing, I was telling a friend that as bad as it is, if you come on video, you just say, I now realize that the coach didn't say that, I am sorry, I'm under pressure, a lot of things are happening. There's a way you will twist it. I tell the NFL president, I said, your problem is not that you cannot govern Nigerian football. The problem is when people do not understand the power of communication. A bad relationship, marriage, can be fixed on the power of communication. Communications like, oh babe, you're beautiful. Babe, you're trying. Oh, what you're doing is good. Oh, God bless you. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being there for me and the children. Thank you for always, coming through. He doesn't put money on the bank or the pocket, but he just smoothing all the rough edges and make things go well. Just communication. So there is a way you communicate to people. You know that thing they say, it's not what you say, but how you say it. It works both ways. It works for good and it works for bad. I'm not an expert at communication. I'm still trying. I'm still learning the art. But I have been on two sides of the divide. I've been in radio's baddest guy, like most hated guy on radio. But because it was intentional to be controversial at the time, I didn't bother because I know, okay, I can remedy this. This is a plot. This is acting. I can remedy it. When I came on this side, you can see baddest guy being one of the most loved guy. If you don't talk about me, if you go on Twitter, there is not a football post that somebody's not tagging me on. Because people now feel like to grow, you need to latch on to. I'm like Alibaba in the sports space now. I used to be the most hated guy. You remember that? This guy that people celebrate, people bash when we sold to throw party that I was fired from the company. But I'm not the most loved guy. I'm the guy that always do what Edafe is doing. Copy go and learn from Edafe. Go let Edafe teach you. People want me on their shows. Big. And sometimes like, oh God, I'm not fit. I can't be available. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Because I managed to communicate well. That time when everybody was pushing me to rant at Larry Zamoje, to go to court, to sue him, to fight him, that would have been the nail that destroyed that nailed my coffin. Like people would say, useless idiot, ungrateful. Like those are the words I would have been used. There might not be any comeback from that because not everybody is Dave Chappelle. Not everybody can die and come back. I'm having the greatest comeback of my life. It's a comeback story, a second or a third act. Second act from football to media, and now from media to media, from terrestrial media to digital media. You have to, if Osimhen come and say, oh, it's the pressure of everything that's going on in my life, blah, 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 blah. I am sorry. Finidi George is still a legend. I made a mistake. I'm misguided. I'm stupid. You know me. I have this coconut head. But can I pray for me? You know the way Nigerians are very, very emotional. They're like, man, we've never even seen any Nigeria apologize. The politicians don't apologize. You can twist. People will start twisting his handlers. If you get people like Kisley Dale to handle his PRO, before you know it, everybody will simmer down. The simple fact that he said all that and he's not trying to rub it on people's face, jumping on parties, going everywhere, people are just watching. one injury, one damage. You see those words, Onikura, what he said, will come back to bite him. People would play it on his face in a way that he never thought possible. You see how they do terrible work sometimes? You understand? But let's just keep our fingers crossed. I'm not wishing anybody bad, but when you do some things that are unacceptable, people have got to say it. Additional must say them say don't carry Panadol for another man's headache. Victor Osimhen is unfortunately so mumoish to think his value will go up where he don't reach when he had the blow. Oluwaseyi Adebowale says it looks like he won't be punished for that adverse. It isn't a good look on the NFF if there isn't any disciplinary action. I can't speak for the NFF, so I don't know. I must say, I don't even understand how some journalists they even side him. It is so unfortunate that he insulted the full Nigerians and he thinks it is finidi he insulted. NFF has failed big time. NFF spoils it all. Adebowale Oluwaseyi says, bros, what's the solution to the Super Eagles midfield problem? I don't know. I'm not the coach. When they play, coach will find a solution. That's why you get paid that kind of money. My job is to grow a YouTube channel that I've not been able to successfully grow, so let me focus on my job. Tosi Adebowale says, I so much love Osimhen. I don't love him anymore, but when a man is disrespectful, what you sow is what you reap. The other says, hey, I'm joining late. I think I'd rather watch later. Raji Moshim say, I think the gift urban nationality switch is not been done or cleared. I will need to confirm from him directly. Say, can you remember how Tuchel handled communications during the time UK government took Chelsea from Abramovich to Tuchel as a coach almost became a spokesman? Yes, the full NFF just don't know the power of good media. No, they don't understand it. That's why they don't have media. Simeon Alpha says, LOL, you dey talk Man United and Arsenal. Imagine Osimhen indiscipline under Ten Hag. We get Ego and Ateta. We comot senior man like Zirkzee and Aubameyang. Then he's not going to go to those two clubs. They've built a wall of Berlin against that idea of him going there. Simon Alpha says the gift urban and Awoni better pass most of these strikers than call himself. Oluwaseyi Adebowale say he even released video give a very dark man. Adizala Fuma say I have never been so pissed with a player like this before. One thing I hate is disrespect to authority and colleagues. The man Nambu Oluwaseyi Adebowale says, do you think he may have apologized? Did he apologize? Did you see the apology? He may have apologized. Which can't talk with that. When he's such, you can't one of the reasons why I block people on social media is you go on social media on Twitter, I make a post, I didn't tag you, I didn't insult you, I didn't make sure you come and insult me under it. And then later you now just something just happened and you now realize, oh no, this is a very popular guy. I might need him tomorrow. You now come to my DM and you apologize. I don't block. Another one say I don't block you. And then you ask him tomorrow, hey, you block me. Demola Abedi Ibrahim says, I'm hearing rumors about Reina to Nigeria. How strong is this until we have the money to pay? Is it coming to work for free? First of all, the Nigerian team is almost completely damaged. So why would anybody leave a comfortable job to come coach the Super Eagles? So let this rumors be swelling. I think I have a meeting with the minister on Thursday or Friday. We will brush that issue, okay? Because I'm also trying to help find a solution to money. I'm trying to raise money for Nigeria. So I not get money. I'm going on the second missionary journey like I did when I raised over almost $500 million for Zirkzee's team. I'm on that mission again. I think I'm a good money raiser now, but I never feel raise money for myself. I need to apply that techniques for myself. My brand is not as big as the national team anyway, but that's the mission. So we would have a conversation, and I have that conversation with the minister. We would know where we're headed. Okay, Thursday or Friday, tentatively, that meeting would hold, and if there is the need for me to tell you guys about it. Hey, Shanae, what's up? How you doing, Shanae? Stick Shanae. I'm coming to the bank right now. I'm closing. I'm coming to the bank. Now that you are my life today, it's gonna be a great day. I'm coming to the bank. Nah. I'm coming to the bank. Okay. So we would have the meeting with the minister of sports, and then probably we will know. But I'm not sure. Like when you look at the Averena situation, Averena earns about 300,000 euro right now. I don't see if there is a possibility that Nigeria can pay maybe half of that. What was Jose Pesero requesting? $150,000, and we were not able to pay. Are we going to be able to pay exactly that? Let's even stick with exactly that. Are we going to be able to pay exactly that for the manager that is coming? So there's a whole lot. There's not money. The only person who can employ Averana right now is the president of Nigeria, Tinubu, and I don't think he wants to do that because Labour would roast him. You can't say you want to give the coach of the Super Eagles maybe $200,000 or $250,000 or euros, and then you're not willing to pay Labour what they're asking for. So there's a whole lot of complexities to that conversation on Averrenard, and I'm not sure the man wants to work for free. But there is a small loophole, and that's what would inspire the conversation with the minister. But let's see how it goes. Well, guys, I'm overstaying my time. I have some running around to do. Let me go do my running around. I'll be with you guys tomorrow. For those of you, your teams that are playing tonight at the Euros or the Copa America, I wish you guys the very best. I know that Peru and Canada will play later tonight by 11 o'clock, but from 5 o'clock, France will play Poland, and then at the same time, Netherlands will play against Austria. And then 3 hours later, because we have two group running up today, you will have Denmark, Serbia, and England, Slovenia. Just imagine England goes and lose. Okay, I know that the English press will be on fire. I mean, I would love to see England lose this game anyway, because the drama that comes in is something that I enjoy sometimes. I mean, England pain is always my joy. I'm sorry, Bobby and the rest, and Johnny Gaffer and the rest of them. You guys will not be happy with me saying that, but England pain is always my joy. I like them. I like seeing them suffer. Yes, I just like seeing England suffer. Not a good one from your views, but anyway, it's just the way I see it. Well, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do what to subscribe to it. And for those of you that refuse to click on the like button, I hope that your bank account has filled up. Well, I'm packing my bags and baggages and leaving now. My name is Idafi Mathias. You love to come in there and go on first. I can always say be the best version of who you are created to be, but if you're created to be evil, don't be the best of evil. Change. That's how it is. Bye bye. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.